Jake Moore here, the Mace Man. Basically, this one's for you, Joseph, if you're inquiring about the techniques and how to execute them. I just want to say that each and every person that does this technique will look slightly different just because of their structural integrity, their lever length. Not everyone's going to look the same on a squat. This is the way I'm doing it. I'm training for a fight in a couple of weeks, so I'm working on doubles on the band at 60 kilos. Obviously, variable load with the band. As you get higher, the load gets heavier. So I'm going to do 10 sets of 2 reps. Some people do it a bit different with about 45 seconds to about 60-second rest in between each set. Have a look at how I'm doing it. This is what I like to do. I'm fortunate enough to have a power rack here with some rails, so I like squatting to the rails. If you don't have that facility, you can always resort to a box. Put a bit of cushioning on it, just so that you don't slam your pubic bone or something down to your pelvis too hard if you're coming down a bit too quick. Ideally, you want to come down with a bit more control. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to squat down, I'm going to hold my squat, and I'm going to drive up as hard as I can. This is very thick bands. Generally, people use red bands. I'm using blues, plus the weight. So yeah, have a look at how I do it. Now the depth of which you do it at will vary between individuals. Again, depending on your flexibility, on your strength levels, on your technique, a whole bunch of factors will be considered depending on how deep you want to go. I'm going relatively deep. Generally, I'll go a little bit higher. For the rest of the exercises, I'll keep shooting little videos of how to demonstrate each and every one of them. So stay tuned. Here I'm doing some band squats with the rails. I've actually went a bit higher, Joseph, than what I did last set on my previous demonstration. Have a look at that, how that looks. I get down, I pause, and I drive back up again as hard as I can. I'm doing 2 reps of that. When I'm at that bottom part of the squat, I'm making sure that I'm tensing my glutes, posturing up as hard as I can, and bang, I drive up with full power. Joseph, here's another demonstration of a band squat with 40 kilos. In this demonstration, we're not using the rails to pause and drive up. When we use the rails, that works the acceleratory component of that up phase. So basically helps you learn how to produce power and accelerate. In this one, we're actually going to work the stretch reflex of the hamstring and the glute, as well as the amortization phase. We're going to learn how to explode straight up from the bottom. That works your reactive strength, which is very, very important when it comes to plyometrics. You've got to be very strong with that type of thing, and you've got to be able to just change direction on the way up and explode as hard as you can. Have a look. I'm just going to pump out 5 reps for you. That was that one. Now bear in mind that if you don't have the foundations nor the conditioning to perform this exercise, if you haven't been squatting for a while, or if you haven't done your volume dungeon hours where you need to just pump out repetitions so the body gets used to the exercise, don't do that. Because you'll either end up with a hip problem, a back problem, something. If you're not too sure how to execute a squat in the first place, you can always contact us if you're overseas, or if you're interstate, then pretty much go to the local personal trainer. Hopefully he knows what the hell he's doing. Yeah, you never know today, but yeah, give it a crack, and yeah, I'll have all the other demonstrations for you very soon. Cheers.